Okay, so today we're going to talk about this amazing book and how to apply The Secret. Now, this book has been read by millions and millions of people around the world. It's a life-changing book. Honestly, it has changed my life and thousands of people around the world. Now, the difference is with those who have results reading this book and those who don't is those who have results they learn to apply and they know how to apply this book in their day-to-day life. Science actually has proven that most people who just read a book will only remember 5% of what they read in the book. Now, if you want to remember up to 90%, you do that by applying it day to day into your life. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to teach you step by step on how you can apply this amazing book and really get life-changing results by applying it every single day into your life. And we're going to do that by using this amazing planner, the 90-day Law of Attraction Planner, which is designed to actually apply this book step by step into your life. So let's dive into it. So here is the day-to-day pages of the 90-day Law of Attraction Planner. There's much more detail in this planner and it goes in much more depth, but today we're going to talk just about this section and how to use the book The Secret into your life by using these day-to-day sheets. Now, the first step, one thing that you learn in The Secret is the 3 different steps of creating your life, designing your life. And one of the first steps is actually asking and knowing exactly what you want in your life. Now, this is where many people actually are stuck because many people, they have goals in life, but the goals are not really goals that they really want. Those goals are what other people desire from them. So that's why in this planner we have a separate section in the beginning that goes more in depth to find out what is your purpose in life, what you really want in your life, and how to live a life full of fulfillment and full of joy. So that's something we're going to do in another training. So the first step here, if we go into day-to-day sections, is we ask and we decide on what we want every single day of our life. So that's what we do here. We set a goal for today. Now, as you can see, what we do here, we say actually, I'm grateful and appreciate I have 10 new customers today. Now, you learn in The Secret that the second step is actually believing. Believing that you already have achieved the goal that you want. So that's what we do here. By actually appreciating like it already happened, that's where you believe. That's where you start the manifestation powers. The next step here is we reward yourself if you achieve. Now, science has proven that we have 2 motivators that actually drive us in life. One is the motivation of getting something, which means the motivation of feeling good. The second is actually avoiding pain. So here is actually we're setting a goal to get something in our life. For example, if you love to watch a certain series, you could set yourself this reward. At the end of the day, if you have achieved your goal, you're gonna watch your favorite series at night. So this is the asking process. That's what you do here. The second step in The Secret is actually believing. Now, what do they mean with believing? Believing is all about feeling good, making sure that you feel good, that you already have the feeling like you already achieved your goal. Because at the end of the day, why do you want to achieve your goal? You want to achieve your goal because you want to feel good. So that's the magic here. And this is where most people also are stuck with applying The Secret. They don't understand that it's all about feeling good. If there is one thing that you want to remember about this video, is just focus every single day on feeling good and magic will start happening in your life. So that's what we do here. We will start feeling good and appreciating that we already have 10 customers. This is something I would advise you to learn to practice every day, is to feel grateful like this day already happened yesterday and you have achieved everything and you're just reflecting on the day and you're feeling grateful like it already happened. That's the best way to actually visualize and manifest and feeling appreciation, is like imagining that it already happened in the past and you've achieved it already. So that's what we do here. I feel and appreciate that I already have 10 new customers. I appreciate that I'm healthy and alive. And I appreciate I have a loving family and I have friends. So we create a feeling of appreciation, a high feeling of a vibration, because if your vibration matches your goal, that's how you achieve it faster into your life. So then you will set an intention for today to feel good. Listening to joyful music works for me really well. Dancing and singing works really well for me. Spending time in nature. So this is something you're going to find out for yourself. What are the things that you can do every single day that really make you feel good, make you feel joyful? And you want to do that as early in the day as possible, because once you start a positive momentum of feeling good, the whole day tends to go right. And that's something they also teach you in the secret, is really focusing on that feeling good, that joyful vibration. So this is something we go much deeper in this journal. We have a special section for that. And it's really to start watching your vibration every single moment. And we do that here, is improving your vibration. This is really a game changer. If you learn to apply this section and you really know how to use it to the fullest, you will see how this will start transforming your life. It will be amazing, it will be crazy. You will be amazed on how fast it can change your life. So what do we do here? We actually start paying attention to our feelings. Why? As you learn in the secret, our thoughts create our feelings create our actions, and our actions create our results in life. Now, if you want to watch your thoughts, it's a very hard thing to do because we have over 80,000 thoughts every single day. So if you want to try to become aware of all your thoughts, it's going to be a very hard job to do. But what can you do is watch your feelings. Because if you have a good feeling, that means you had a positive thought. If you have a negative feeling, that means that you had a negative thought. So this is what you're going to do here. The whole day long, you're going to start watching from morning until evening. How am I feeling? Am I feeling great? Okay, great. You continue that momentum. You appreciate that feeling. If you're feeling bad, why am I feeling bad? What thought and action led to that emotion? And you're going to start reflecting on yourself. Now, this is really powerful because once you start reflecting on yourself, you stop living your life on default. You see, most people, they live their life on default. They're reacting to the same thing every single day. They have the same negative emotions every single day. And that's why their life is not changing. And that's why I also believe many people who even read The Secret are not getting results, because they keep having the same negative feelings. And to really manifest your desires and your goals in life, it's all about creating positive feelings and setting the intention to create positive feelings. So that's what we do here. So I'm going to give you some examples on how you can use this and how, for example, I can use it myself every day. So say, for example, in the morning you wake up, everything goes well, but then you are waiting for your partner. And here, for example, I start feeling angry because my partner is late. She's delaying my appointment. And I feel like, okay, I'm angry, I'm not happy about this. So I blame my partner for my anger, for my emotion, my feeling. Now, the question is, if I stay in this kind of feeling anger and blaming my partner for my feeling, can I change my life? No. So I become aware, okay, it doesn't help me to stay in anger. It doesn't help me to blame my partner. So what do? First, I become aware of the emotion. Then I accept that I have this emotion. And then I disidentify with the emotion. What do I mean with disidentify? I become aware that this emotion is actually not me. Why? Because once I start going deeper, this is what you do here in the journaling section. Once I going deeper and really ask myself why I have this feeling, I realize that I actually have this feeling of anger is because my ego wants to break even with my partner and tell her clearly that I'm not happy that she's delaying my appointment and that I'm late because of her. So my ego wants to break even. And by showing anger, it thinks that it can break even. But the reality is, as long as I stay angry, actually I'm hurting myself. I'm drinking my own poison and expecting the other person to die. It doesn't really work. So what do is I first realize this is my ego. So I disidentify with my ego. And then I actually start learning the lesson behind it. Now, this is something that we help you to do inside the planner. We have a special section in the front of the planner that helps you step by step to do this. So if you go to the front of the planner, you will see that you have this amazing section here that actually helps you and teaches you, okay, how do I deal with my negative vibrations and emotions, and how can I slowly shift them into higher vibrations? Now, first thing I want you to learn to accept that every emotion has its place. There is a reason for the emotion. They're not necessarily bad emotions. They actually help you to move up and to become aware. So what emotions actually do is they serve us. They help to teach us that we have negative thoughts and that we want to change them. So they help us to actually create a more joyful, happy life. So be appreciate the negative emotions because they serve you. The only thing you don't want to do is stay in them too long. So you want to learn the lesson fast and move on. That's why every day reflecting on the emotions is really, really powerful. So say, for example, you're angry. Here it, guys, okay, I'm angry. What do I do? First of all, I start to love myself and I like myself. And I let go of my anger so I can see clearly. Or maybe I just want to have a feeling of allowing myself to let go. So these are affirmations that I can do to myself. This is what I can talk to myself to shift my anger. Then I can take an action steps. It shows you here what kind of action steps you can take. For example, number one, like I shared with you before, become aware and accept your feelings and let it go. Maybe you want to go exercise. You want to go outside and become one with nature. Maybe you want to dance and jump around. These are all things you can do to shift your energy. And we have this set for all different emotions. So this helps you on all different emotions to shift your emotion from negative to positive. So you go from the angry emotion all the way up to joyful and loving emotions. So this is something you can use daily. That's why I designed this to really help you shift your emotions. So you use this and then you start actually reflecting on yourself. You go deep and you're becoming aware of what really happened here. And that's how you can start living a responsive life in place of a reactive life. And that's how you really start changing your life. By first becoming aware of your emotions, accepting them, then disidentifying with them, and then thirdly, setting the intention to shift them to a more loving, joyful, happy emotion. And the faster you can catch an emotion before it builds momentum, the most powerful. So that's why I advise you to use this planner every single moment of the day, and as soon as you notice you have a negative emotion, use this section here on top, use this section on top to start reflecting what happened and how to shift it. So here, clearly, I shifted my emotion from blame, anger. I learned my lesson from it. I went deep into this section, and I saw that actually the lesson I learned here is that becoming angry doesn't help me. It's not me, it's my ego. And I decided to let go, to forgive. And then I decided that next time that I'm waiting, I'm going to use this time more useful. I'm going to use this time to count my blessings, to appreciate my life, to visualize the life I want to live, to maybe plan my day, to meditate for a moment, or just be in the moment and appreciate the moment. These are all the things we can do when we're waiting in life in place of feeling irritated, angry, frustrated. Because so many times in the day you will be waiting, or you will be just sitting somewhere waiting for another person. So these are the things you can do. So this is a really a game changer if you learn to apply this in the planner every single day. So now we're going to go to the next section. So the next section here is actually once you have set, you asked, you believed, you're in a good vibration, you want to start making your today's to-do list. As you can see here, every day I put a priority first to feel good, because that's my number one task. I honestly don't really want to take a lot of action if I don't feel good. I first want to focus on feeling good. That's my action to take, number one. Then once I feel good, I start taking action. And that's joyful action. I call this joyful action. Joyful action is 10 to 100 times more effective and productive than just action with anger or frustration. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm setting clear, defined goals that are most important. I always ask myself, what are my top 3 important tasks to do? What are the tasks, the 20% of the tasks that are going to give me 80% of my results? And that's what I always put in here. Okay. Next to that, we have another very powerful section, which we call the Positive Habit Creator. Now, the Positive Habit Creator, it's all about setting goals, because it's proven by research that first we create our habit and then our habits start creating our life. Now we want to create the habits that we learn in The Secret. So here are the habits. This is for myself, actually my life's game changer, and I call it the V Games of Life. Now the V Games of Life, as you can see, first is applying gratitude every day. Now as you learn in The Secret, the key is to apply gratitude first thing in the morning, then the whole day long, appreciate all the good things that are happening, and then at night, feel grateful for all the good things that happen in your life. And that's exactly what we do in this planner. It's going to guide you to do all these steps and feeling grateful. Now, the next thing is affirmations. The more positive words we say to ourselves, the more positive things happen. So I do that myself 3 times 5 minutes a day. Then meditation is something they also highlight in The Secrets. This is something I've been doing for years, for the last 15 years I've been doing meditation. It's a life changer. All successful people take some time to meditate and sit quiet. And why is that so important? Because once you have a more quiet mind, you can more focus and intentionally direct your mind and master your mind to have positive thoughts. So doing 10, 15 to 20 minutes of meditation in the morning and 10, 20, 15 minutes at evening is really powerful and a game changer. Next to that, exercise. Exercise is proven to give you positive endorphins, makes you feel good. And once you feel good, life goes better. So exercise, I do always 5 minutes in the morning. I have a power exercise, something I will share in my other videos. Very powerful exercise. 5 minutes give you equal results of 2 hours of exercise. And I also do a little bit more exercise later in the day. Daily, I do some self-improvement, even if it's just 10, 15 minutes. I don't really read hours and hours during the day. I read 15, 20 to 30 minutes, and then I focus on applying it into my life, because I believe the more you apply, the more results you get. Then daily some visualization. Now, I visualize in the morning when I feel good. I do segment visualization, which I'll explain a little bit more later, and I do visualization at night. This is a very powerful practice that they also teach in The Secret. And then loving and counting your blessings. This is really a powerful practice to start feeling good the whole day long. Whole day long, just focus on sending everybody love. You know, most of the time, if you really become aware of your feelings and emotions, you notice that we are judging most of the day. And in place of judging, you can start focusing on sending love, sending kindness to other people. And if you do that, you stay in a high vibration, because once you judge, you're lowering your vibration. You're not just hurting the other person, but you're also hurting yourself, because we're all connected. So if you hurt somebody else, you hurt yourself. So sending love and giving the whole day long is really powerful practice. So the key here is really, if you want to create a new habit in your life, you want to do it consistently for 21 days minimum, but ideally 66 to 90 days, because it's proven by science, if you do something 66 to 90 days consecutive without skipping one day, that's when it really becomes a habit, and then it goes automatic. You don't really have to do much anymore. Every day you will do the same thing, and it will completely transform your life. This is something we go more in depth on how to do that in another video. Okay, so now we go to the next section. So the next section is all about crafting your day. So that's what we do here. We decide to craft our day. So first we start with a quote of the day. So if you've been doing some reading, you will actually choose one of the quotes that inspired you the most, and you write them down here. So then you decide your affirmations for the day. For example, this is my affirmation for the day. I appreciate every day in every way. More joyful experiences, more abundance, more health is coming into my life. As you can see, I always put my affirmations in a tense that it already happened. And I always like to use appreciation into my affirmations. So this is something I will repeat many times during the day. So the next thing, every morning I will start with my morning routine. Most successful people, actually every successful person, happy successful person I know in my life, and if you watch all around the world, they have a morning routine for themselves. And in the beginning, you can do a 10 minutes morning routine, a 20 minutes morning routine, or a half an hour morning routine. After a while, for me, it became a half an hour to 1 hour morning routine. But even if I don't have much time that day, I will still do a 5 to 10 minutes morning routine. If you don't have 10 minutes for your own life, honestly, then you're not really deciding to create an amazing life. This is what it's all about. This is a game changer. You want to have a good morning routine for yourself. Now, I have a separate video on this, on how to craft your morning routine and what kind of morning routines really work. In our advanced program, we will share many more morning routines, so you can craft your own morning routine and find out what really works for you. But here I give you a quick example. So I start my morning by just appreciating the new day. And then once I'm feeling that feeling of appreciation, so first I raise my energy, then I start visualizing the day going well. I start appreciating for the abundance, for the money coming into my life, for the happy relationships, for my perfect health, and I start going over every part of my life that I really appreciate, and I see that the whole day going well. Then another thing I always do is a short exercise, because it's proven if you just exercise very shortly, it creates positive feelings. Then I do my positive declaration and visualization. I meditate for a moment, and I start my segment visualization. Now, the whole day you will see I divide once you have that good feeling, then we start taking action. I call it joyful action. So now we go over the action steps. Now, if you see in the action steps, Every time before I take action, I will do a little segment visualization. I really believe in the power of visualization. The Secret really talks about it in much more depth. And I believe most people who read The Secret, they're trying to visualize too big goals at once. They're trying to jump too far and they're not really ready. You want to increase your power of manifestation. It's like training your muscles. You don't instantly start lifting 100, 200 kilos, bench press, for example. You build it up step by step. The same is with this. You want to step by step increase your power of visualization and your power of appreciation. So that's why I really believe in segment visualization, day-to-day visualization, appreciation on small things, small tasks. So how do you do that? Every time before you take action, you close your eyes for 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes, and when you visualize that action going all well, and then you appreciate that it all went well. So you already visualize it's already happened, everything went great, and you visualize and you celebrate. You do that for 2 minutes, then you start taking action. You will notice everything will start going much easier. It's more joyful, more effective action. So you will take action for 1 hour to 2 hours, not too long. Then you take a 10-15 minute break. I love to take a break just going outside, connecting with nature. Then I have here, for example, a break. I have a lunch with a friend, positive friend, have some positive talk, have some laughter, have some joyful moments. So every moment here in the life, during my day, you will see I first do some segment visualization and appreciation, and then I go into detailed action. Now, all my action I focus on the tasks, 20% of the tasks that give me 80% of the results. So that's what you do. That's how you plan your day. You do it in different segments. And you have also some breaks, and you will see you become really, really productive and effective. And it's going to completely transform your life. Now, at the end of the day, as you learn in The Secret, you reflect on your day. You reflect on everything that went well, you appreciate that, and then you learn from that. And this is something we do in the next section in our planner. So let's go to that section. So here we are in the section we use every night to actually reflect and appreciate. First is we reflect and appreciate the victories we had today. For example, I sent out 200 invitations, I had 10 new customers, and I also really feel grateful that I felt good most of the day. I achieved that goal. So I celebrate this and I feel good. Now, in case if you haven't achieved that, what would you do? My advice is you visualize like you have achieved it at the end of the day. Even you haven't, you visualize it like you did, because then tomorrow you will. Then next to that, what did I learn today? I learned to appreciate in advance. I learned about segment visualization. Okay, then the next step, this is what I discussed before in the habits. How did I love myself today and how did I love others? I really believe in learning to love yourself if you want to change your life. Most of us, we don't really love ourselves. This is a big issue. It's something I had to work on myself for many years. And I believe by practicing every day and spending some time to really loving yourself, it's so powerful. And you will start feeling so much better. You feel much more fulfilled in life. So I do that by doing my morning routine every single day. And I do that by eating healthy and exercising and talking positive to myself. Then how did I love and give today? This is also a game changer. If you really want to get more in life and more out of life, you want to become successful, it's all about servicing others. The more you help others, the more good things come in your life. And you do it with an open heart, without expectation and only appreciation. And I did that here, for example. I helped my best friend without asking anything in return. And I actively inspired my customers. Even I didn't have to call them, I still wanted to call them to really help them and make sure they get results. That's an example on how you can love and give every single day. And then at the end of the day, you also appreciate what went well. I had an awesome lunch today. I feel so grateful that I have purpose to serve. And I'm really grateful because I had fresh air and beautiful wind today. And I really enjoyed that moment. So after that, you will think about, okay, what can I improve tomorrow? For example, here I learned, okay, I can add more testimonial to my invitation and I can create better invitation emails. So these are the things I learned. So this is actually how you're going to use the planner. Now, after this, what you do is you sit for a moment and you start crafting the next day. As you learn in The Secret, it's all about crafting your day up front. So that's what you can do. Once you have finished your day, you take 5 to 10 minutes to craft your next day and to start deciding on the next day what you're going to do here by designing and crafting your day. So that's what it's all about. This is how you're going to use and apply the secret in your life. Honestly, I know there's a lot of information I went over in the videos. We have lots more in-depth information in our advanced program. But I really hope this helped you and serves you to get most out this amazing book. Honestly, it's a life changer. Read the book a few times. You will see more and more on how you can apply this into the planner. That's how I designed this planner, to really apply it and get amazing results in your life. So I wish for you a blissful life, a joyful life, a life full of health. And I wish for you to really live your life to the fullest and make the best of it. So please share with us on how this has helped you. Share with us your own day, on how you create your own day. You can take some pictures, you can share it with us in the community. It's going to help hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people that are using these planners all around the world by you just sharing your way on how you apply the secret and how this has been helping you in your life. So please share your testimonials. I'm reading every single testimonial every day. It really connects me to the mission, why I'm doing this, why I'm creating these videos. So I would love to read your testimonials on how this has changed your life. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I really appreciate that. And I wish you a really wonderful day. So thank you so much.